everyone. Welcome to another Facebook Live by Craftspace. This week, we have a very interesting retailer to join us as a collaborator. It is Village Grocer. So we are very happy and very proud to have them on board to share this session together with everyone because, being one of my favorite retailer, Village Grocer also is the very first retailer that I see that actually pledged to become one of the leader, in terms of the retailer industry to actually what you call that to actually make sure that they do not use a lot of plastic packaging. Okay, in fact, last year, if I remember correctly, was it last year? Yeah, last year, January, I think January. Yeah, they actually launched a pledge, to be plastic free by 2023, which means in another 3 years. Yeah, so they have found, they have found ways to actually replace plastic packaging. And this is an ongoing process because if you are very familiar with Village Grocer or you have been visiting one, you will be able to see at their fresh produce area, right? You don't see a lot of plastic packaging. Yeah, a lot they actually use a replacement. Yeah, like they use a more organic replacement to wrap their meat as well as vegetable, right? So to be very honest, I'm very happy because this is the first retailer that I've come across in Malaysia that actually practice that. So if you are into plastic free or you want to become one, to have a more sustainable lifestyle, please make sure you become their members, Bites members, so that when you go shopping at Village Grocer, you can enjoy or accumulate points as well. All right. So what we are going to do today, like I mentioned last week, this month is a very interesting month because it has a lot of environmental friendly theme to it. So being World Environmental Day, which is today, 5th of June. Last week we did a craft, in conjunction with World Environmental Day. So today, what we are going to do is we are going to focus more on the ocean because on the 8th of June every year, it is actually World Oceans Day. All right. So what do we do during World Oceans Day? Do you know? Yeah, World Oceans Day basically is a day where we actually what we do it, we have to be mindful to take care of our natural resources, the ocean. So that is why today we are going to focus more on this topic because if you read the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 14, it mentions conserve and sustainably use the ocean, sea, and marine resources. Okay, so they have a pledge to make sure that we protect the ocean and to manage the resources sustainably. Okay, so this is already a goal that is inside the Sustainable Development Plan, all right, by the United Nations. All right, so today we are going to do something very interesting, something that more related. When we talk about plastic free, automatically we will think of turtle. Okay, somehow the environment has already been instilled in our mindset that once we thought about plastic free, then straight away turtle will come to mind, or seahorses in that sense. In fact, when we talk about the ocean, not just turtle, not just seahorses, we also talk about coral. So that is why these are the things that we should take note when it comes to protecting the ocean. All right. Later on, we are going to talk a little bit more, but for now, we are going to start the craft. All right. So what are we going to do today? We are going to do this turtle craft. It's a very simple craft that we are going to do. Do not worry if let's say you do not have all the materials, because I do receive a lot of WhatsApp asking if let's say we do not have a 1.5 liter bottle, what else can we do? Okay, any types of plastic bottle will do, as long as, if possible, transparent, so you can see what is inside. Okay, and then what we need is we need cardboard. Okay, if let's say it's a very thin cardboard, then you will need double layer. If it's thick, then single layer will do. Okay, and then of course we need our best companions, scissors and cutter. We need paint set, yeah, to paint the base. And then we will need pencil, because we are going to draw the base of the turtle. And then after that, we will need some decoration, because we are going to decorate the body. Okay, now you may ask, what can you do with this? Okay, though it seems very simple, but there are a lot of usage. Now, last week, for those who are joining us the first time today, last month we actually mentioned that recycling should be the last step of the whole process. Okay, because we have refuse, okay, the whole process of recycling. Then we have the 5R. Okay, so we have refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, and then finally recycle. All right, so this is where we are going to repurpose. We repurpose all the plastic bottles or all the cardboard that we have. So that is the purpose that we are doing the Facebook Live every week, so that we can encourage our kids to practice the 5R. Okay, so now what can you do? Some of you may want to decorate it as a decoration. If let's say you like turtle, you can do, a family of turtle, to stick it on the wall. Or if let's say you want to keep some small accessories, for example, or stationery, you can keep it there inside. Okay, and you also can use it as a coin bank, right? So what you need to do is cut a hole so that your coins can fit in. Now this is also a good idea for parents who want to encourage their kids to start saving. Okay, coins will be the best. Yeah, so this one can be used. Now depending on what are your idea or your objective of this turtle craft, then we will decide what materials to use. Because if let's say you want to do as a like a chest box, yeah, to keep all your accessories, then you may need to use felt instead of cardboard, so that you can cut a hole, okay, cut across at the bottom, so that you can easily remove and put in. Okay, now if let's say you want to use it as decoration, any type of bottom will do. Okay, if let's say you want to use it as a coin bank, cardboard will be the best. Okay, so that your kids will not keep opening and digging out the coins. Okay, it's only when it is full, cut off the string, and then only they can remove it. All right, so there are few options that you can use. Okay, felt as the base, cardboard. Now if you have leftover foam sheet at home, feel free to use it. Okay, but we do not encourage you to buy foam, because foam sheet is actually single-use plastic. All right, but if you have already at home, then might as well you use it. Okay, so today we are going to, I am going to use cardboard together with a 1.5 liter bottle. Okay, so first and foremost, we need to cut the bottle. We only need the bottom part. All right, now the reason why I said it is best to use a transparent bottle, any color will do. If let's say there's color one, is fine, as long as you can see through. It is a see-through type. Why? Because you can see what is inside. Imagine if let's say you keep all your accessories in there and you can't see what is inside, then you won't know. Yeah, so it will be more advisable if let's say you can use a transparent one. All right, doesn't matter whether it's colored or not. Okay, So first and foremost, we are going to cut this. The size, it depends on you. You can cut it a little bit, probably about 8 to 10 cm, okay, height. So this part, what you need to do, if you are not comfortable using a cutter, please ask help from your parents, because most of you are young, I can tell, and you may not be able to use a cutter. All right, so what you need to do now, let's cut this, and then after that we just use the cutter to make a mark, okay, and then after that we are going to cut this. Okay, so cutting this may be a challenge, but don't worry, you can do it slowly because there is no hurry, okay. Main thing is you enjoy the session, yeah. So if you cannot keep up with the pace, don't worry, because I know some of the kids, you like to do things very neat. So you just take your time. If you can't follow, you just do it slowly at your pace. You can always watch the replay of this video, okay, so that you can continue finishing your project, okay. Now, next step, what we do is we are going to trim off so that it is same height, and then there is nothing jutting out, okay, because it may be sharp. So just make sure that it is not sharp, okay. So now this part, if let's say you want to paint it, it's up to you. You want to decorate it, it's up to you, but make sure you don't paint the whole thing, okay. You can paint, you can put dots, you can even draw shapes, but nothing more than that, because you need to be able to see through what is inside, yeah. So keep it as bare as possible, but if let's say you want to decorate it, you can. Now, next step, we need our cardboard, okay. So we have the cardboard here. So like I mentioned just now, if your cardboard is thin, use double layer. If it is thick, then one layer would be good enough, okay, because I know thick cardboard is very difficult to cut, yeah, okay. So how do we draw? Now, you see the circle here, okay, you already have the circle over here, right, once you have cut your bottle. So next thing is you trace your bottle, okay. Let me just cut off a little bit so that it's easier for me to show you. Okay, so we will need just one piece. Now, when you trace the circle, right, do not trace all the way at the end, yeah. Trace it a little bit in the middle, because what we need later on, we need to be able to trace the head of the turtle, and then the legs, and also the tail, okay. So you make sure that you have enough space for that. Now, if let's say you are using a 500 ml bottle, or in fact a much bigger bottle compared to 1.5 liter, no worries. All you need to do is make sure that your cardboard is slightly bigger than your bottle. Why? Because you need other places so that you can actually draw your head, your tail, and what's not. Okay. Okay. So next, let's use a pencil, or if let's say you don't have pencil on hand, if you have a pen, that is good enough, or a marker, anything that can help you draw the circle is good enough. Now, when you draw the circle, remember, do not cut it first, yeah, because after that, we will need to also show you the other step. Okay, once you have drawn a circle, what you need to do now is you need to draw another circle that is slightly bigger, probably about half a centimeter, maximum 1 centimeter bigger than this circle, okay. Why? Because later on, if let's say we want to sew the bottom part to this, the shell, okay, it will have space for you to sew it on. All right. So if let's say you are not comfortable doing it freehand, what you can do is get a shape, a round shape that is bigger than your bottle, and then you trace it. All right. So if let's say you have another shape, so you just have to trace it like this. make it a little bit bigger. Okay, then now you have two circles. You can see two circles. The inner circle is where the exact size of your bottle. Okay, and the outer circle is whatever that is remaining, so that later on when we want to sew it on, then it's easier. Now, if let's say you do not have a bigger circle, no worries. You can just make one circle, okay? Then later on, we will show you how you can actually put the string on without even doing the sewing, all right? So next, what you need to do is you need to draw the head, the tail, and also the legs of the turtle, okay? So let's draw a head. Now the head is a bit of oval shape, okay? So now we are going to try your drawing style, okay? So just draw a shape like an oval shape, okay? At the outer ring, okay? At the outer ring. And then after that, let's draw the tail first, because the tail is actually sort of like a triangle, okay? So a tail, right? So once you have drawn the tail, now come the four legs. Now the legs, you can draw it similar as your head but smaller, or you can draw it a little bit sharp like this, okay? So it depends on you whether you want it round or you want it pointy, okay? So for me, I will go for pointy. I will draw one, and then after that I will show you so that you can, if let's say you are doing a pointy one, you can do the same, okay? So it will look like this. Can see? All right, so we need 4 of these, 2 on top, 2 at the bottom. All right, so let's do this first. 1 is done, then we do a second one. You can do a bigger, slightly bigger shape if you want, okay? And then bottom, and the other side. Okay, so now the turtle shape is done. All right, next we need to cut. You have 2 options here. Either you cut first before you paint, or you paint first before you cut, okay? Now for me, I prefer to cut it first, so that once we painted it, we can leave it there to dry. All right, so let's do the cutting. Now cutting cardboard is a little bit more challenging than cutting paper because it's thick, so you have to be very careful, okay? Don't worry if let's say you cut it out of the line a little bit, okay? We are not asking you to be very perfect for now, because crafting is supposed to be a relaxing session, okay? If let's say you are even more stressed up when you do crafting, that is not a good sign, okay? So we are going to cut this. It will take a little bit of time, so we are going to talk a little bit about why we choose turtle, okay? Now the reason why we choose turtle for our theme this week is because, you know, turtle is actually an endangered animal at this point of time, yeah? Why is it related to plastic, if you were to ask me? Then, well, plastic, as you know, it does not really dissolve, yeah, or it will not disappear from the earth, yeah. Even if let's say after, like, probably some people will tell you that it will take 100 years to decompose and all that, but even when they decompose, it will not just disappear, okay? It will turn into probably like very small size, yeah, like confetti size or even smaller, okay? So plastic if let's say to that extent, even if let's say it falls into the ocean, now what happens if let's say the turtle eats it? Because you know, turtle usually eats jellyfish. Yeah, that's their main food source. Okay, so you know, plastic bag, for example, they look a lot like jellyfish. So imagine if let's say the turtle eats it, what would happen to it? Yeah, so it will choke and it will die. So that is the reason why the world has come up with this no single-use plastic campaign. Yeah, a lot of countries has already practiced that, including Malaysia. Okay, so that was the um, first no single use first plastic free campaign that they actually do. Yeah, no plastic bag. So that is the reason why if let's say you go to any shopping mall or in fact do your grocery shopping, they don't give up plastic bag anymore. Okay, now you are encouraged to bring your own plastic bag replacement. Yeah, like your canvas bag or your any other bags. Yeah, eco-friendly bag. Yeah, when you go and do your day-to-day shopping, or in fact if let's say you want to go to do your fashion shopping for your fashion anything, so please bring your own bag if you can. Okay, even though they will tell you that you know the plastic bag is biodegradable, please, it is still a plastic bag. Okay, so regardless of how biodegradable it is, it would not just disappear. Okay, so try to avoid any sorts of plastic bag. Okay, now okay, so our our base is done. So next we have to paint it. Okay, so we can paint it. You can paint both sides if you want. Okay, we are going to paint only one side because to shorten the time. Yeah, but you can paint both sides. All right, so let's do the painting. You can choose any color you want. If let's say you want it pink, let's do pink. If let's say you want it purple, let's do purple. Okay, there is no limitation when it comes to color. After all, the turtle is yours. Okay, so as long as you are happy with it, choose the color. All right. Okay, so let's paint. Now because we are painting on cardboard, so it takes lesser time to dry compared to when you paint it on plastic materials like plastic bottle. Yeah, but you can paint it a few more layers to make sure that it is more even. You can even paint it rainbow color if you want. Okay, body one color, the tail one color. Okay, your head one color. It's up to you. All right, so you're almost done with the first layer of painting. Okay, if you want to paint a second layer, you need to let it dry a little bit before you paint so that the color will stick. Otherwise, then the color will not stick as much. Okay. All right. Okay. So my turtle is going to be pink color. And then after that, now if you notice this week, we are not using any glue because for the past few weeks of the craft, we use glue, right? So this week we are trying a different method. We are trying sewing. Okay, why sewing? Because sewing is actually part of a life skill. Okay, like it's sort of like, you know, you need to know how to dress yourself up. You need to know how to fit yourself. So it's a life skill, right? It has nothing to do with gender. whether you are a boy or a girl, you need to learn how to sew. Because imagine if, let's say, one day, one of the buttons from your shirt came out. As a guy, you're going to tell me that you're going to throw away the shirt, yeah? So you need to know how to sew back the button, all right? So that is why we learn from young, okay? And for parents, please make sure and encourage even your boys to learn sewing, all right? Because it's a very important skill, yeah? We have come across parents that question us when we say that we teach sewing for boys. And they say that, if you teach them sewing, then they may not be boy anymore. I said, it has nothing to do with gender. At the end of the day, it's a life skill, okay? So please make sure that you do not have that kind of mindset, okay? Boys need to learn how to sew, how to cook, how to clean up, full stop. Because this is not a job for female or girls only, all right? Okay, so the base is done. So we will put it there, let it dry. And then we can keep our paint. Okay, now next step, we are going to work on our shell. Okay, now how are we going to work this on? Now this one, of course, later on we have to put it here. But before that, we are going to let this dry up a bit before we start. Now, there are a few options what you can do here. In the material list that I've sent to you, you can use yarn together with tapestry needle or safety needle or even a normal sewing needle. Now, for those of you who do not know what is a tapestry needle, this is one of the needles that is widely used for embroidery, for your cross stitch, for even doing when you do needlework. Why? Because it is not as sharp as the normal sewing needle. Okay, so it is a good needle to use for beginners, especially for kids, because normal needle is very, very sharp and very, very thin. Okay, so if let's say you misplace it, then you can't find it. Now this tapestry needle is very thick and the hole is much bigger compared to the normal needle. So it's much easier for the kids because sometimes their fine motor skill is not really developed yet. So they can use this type of needle to start. Okay, so you can use yarn. Okay, otherwise you can use ribbon. It can be done because ultimately we just need to create these lines. Yeah. Okay, we just need to create the lines on the shell. Okay, and then after that, if let's say your base is slightly bigger than your bottle, you can opt for sewing. If it is the same size, then I will suggest you to use ribbon so that you can actually use the ribbon from the bottom and then wrap it up on top. Then you will need glue to stick the ribbon on from the bottom. Okay, so for us, like I mentioned, we are going to do sewing. Okay, so that you can kickstart the habit or kickstart this skill, yeah, by teaching your kids how to sew. Now, some may say that, oh, I don't have time and all that. So this is the best time for you to bond with your kids, at the same time teach them some skills. Don't be surprised. I know some of the parents, in fact, they do not know how to sew. Yeah, so we are not here to judge, but we are hoping that through our sessions, you pick up a skill or two, or you pick up some techniques how to do it in a simpler manner. Okay, because what we want is we try to simplify the process. Because when it comes to crafting, when it comes to creativity, it has to do with you have to think very in a simple manner. Okay, do not overcomplicate things. Yeah, that is our motto, right? So let's get some yarn, or if let's say you do not have yarns, you have string, it's fine. make sure that you have a few more layers of the string so that it looks thicker. Otherwise, you won't be able to see your string, okay? Okay, we do not recommend you to use thread because thread is too thin, okay? You can use the cross stitch type of thread is fine, but not the sewing type, yeah, because that one will be too thin. You can't even tie it on afterwards, okay? Now, how long? It depends on you because some kids, they may not be able to manage if the yarn is too long, but don't worry, you can always add on later on, okay? If it is too short, you can add on the second strand of yarn, okay? So we will get ready this, put in your yarn, okay? Cut off some. Now, let's tie. Now, I know a lot of people, they do not know how to tie this. In fact, for kids as well, don't worry about how it's supposed to be a proper tying, okay? As long as there's a knot there, it's good enough, okay? So, how to do the knot? Of course, if let's say you are together with your kid, you can teach them. Otherwise, then you can just follow my style. So, what we do is we always have a short tail and a long tail. The long tail is where it is attached to your needle, okay? So short tail overlap the long tail. It should be on top of the long tail. And then you will get a loop like this, okay? You get a loop. And then after that, you wrap, your short tail should wrap around your long tail and then go into the loop. And then you put it out. And there you go, you have a knot, okay? Now, if let's say your knot is too small, you can do a second knot on top of the first knot. Okay, it doesn't matter how you tie it, as long as there's knot, that is good enough, okay? Because some kids, I know, they struggle with tying knots, and if let's say they struggle and they got frustrated, they will just stop doing it. So, doesn't matter how it's going to tie, as long as there's a knot, we can always fix it later. As long as he or she can do the knot, okay? So don't worry about that. Okay, so let's check our base to see whether it's dry. If it is not dry, so let it dry a little bit more. Yeah, it's just a little bit more, so we will just leave it dry a bit. Now, while we wait for the base to dry, let's talk about today's lucky draw session. Now, for those of you who have joined us the first time today and have pre-registered with us, you are automatically be entitled to be in the lucky draw. What we usually do is from the pool of participants that pre-register with us, we are going to pick 3 lucky winners. But today, it is a very special day because we have so many responses. We have decided to up the lucky draw winners. Okay, Village Grocer is very happy to actually give out more than 3. So we are going to do 6 lucky draw later on. So 6 lucky winners will be getting a special mesh bag sponsored by Village Grocer. Now, what is so unique about this mesh bag? Now, do you all know what is a mesh bag in the first place? Yeah, mesh bag is actually a substitute, yeah, or a replacement, or I would say that it's another options, okay, compared to what you usually will take or use when you buy your fresh produce, like your meat, your vegetable, your fruits. So fresh produce are in that category, okay, meat, vegetable, or even fruits. So mesh bag is what we use as a replacement plastic bag replacement to pack our fruits as well as vegetable. Okay, so this mesh bag is made from cotton, yeah. So it is washable, and best of all, of course, it is reusable. So if you go grocery shopping, if you want to buy vegetable and fruits, you can use this mesh bag. It is more sustainable, so it will be your first sustainable products, okay, for fresh produce. Of course, you have a lot of sustainable products at home that you can replace plastic bag, plastic materials or plastic packaging, like for example your canvas bag, your eco bag, yeah, your reusable drinking bottle. Those are very sustainable replacements. Yeah. So this one, to be very honest, when it comes to mesh bag, it's not widely available in the market because many years back when we started this plastic-free campaign, we have a hard time finding it. Yeah, the mesh bag. So much so that we have to produce our own mesh bag. But now it is a little bit more widely available because more and more people are aware, yeah, the benefits of mesh bags, because the most important thing is it is reusable. Yeah? So I hope that you will get the mesh bag because it's it's something very exciting. Yeah, I myself I am also very excited because mesh bag is something that I've been looking for, and now finally we have it, and Village Roses is giving it free. Yeah, so usually you need to redeem it. Yeah, only when you purchase a certain amount, and you only will get one. Yeah, but now they are giving it 6 of it. Yeah, not just 3, 6 of it free. So I hope that you will be the lucky winner today. So how are you going to win? When we are going to announce, please make sure you stay on with us until the end of the session, because usually we will draw our winners when we finish the craft. All right. So now let's check. Okay, it's dry. So what we do is we are going to put it back first. Let's just make sure that it is at the correct placement. Now, like I mentioned just now, for those of you who do not cut extra, so you can either use ribbon, which is more advisable. If let's say you do not have ribbon but you have yarn, you can still use yarn. It's just that when you want to stick the yarn onto the bag here, you have to be very careful. If let's say you are using a hot glue gun, otherwise you can use Yoo-hoo glue, then you can just stick it on. Now, for those of you, if let's say you notice your bottom of the bottle, right, they will have some bumps. Yeah, so this is where we are going to tie our yarn, okay, in between the bumps. Okay, all right. Now you can tie more than 5 because we have 5 bumps. Yeah, so you can tie more than 5. You can tie even 10 if you want. But we will just, for the start, you can just tie 5. Okay. Now, so what we are going to do, we will take our needle. Okay. Poke hole from the bottom. Okay. Poke hole from the bottom where it is near the first bump, for example. Okay. Find where's your first bump, and then poke hole from the bottom. So now poking hole is probably a bit tough, because if let's say you are using a very thick cardboard, then it will take a longer time. Okay, but don't worry. So what you need to do is you just poke the hole through and then pull out your yarn. Okay, it's a little bit tangled. Let me just untangle it. So pull out your yarn. Okay, and then wrap it around between the bumps. Yeah, so wrap it around across. Okay, let me just hold on to it so that I can show you. Okay, so you go across, any side will do as long as it's across, so that it won't move. Okay, and then after that, now what you do is you poke it through from the top to the bottom. Okay, so we will poke it through. And then pull it out at the bottom. Okay. All right. So one is done. Now next, we go to the next bump. Okay. So this one, because our yarn is at the bottom now, so we will start from the bottom. Just go through the next bump and then pull out. Okay. And then after that, cross it on top. Okay, again, cross it on top. And come back down. And poke through from the front to the back. Okay. Okay. So now we have 4 sides of it done. Now we go to the last one. So now last one will be from bottom to top. Okay. So, and then now what we do, because we do not have any lumps left. So here what you do is you can go on top of the lump. If let's say you want to make 10 different parts, but for me I am going to make only 5. So what I will do is I will put my needle into this cross here. Yeah, the yarn that we have done just now. So that is a cross line, cross. There's an X here. So we will go in. Okay, and then we will pull out. And then we sort of make a U-turn to the same yarn place. Okay, so that it has a double layer now. Okay, so that now what we do is we adjust the top so that this interjunction, right, it is in the middle. All right, so it's in the middle. So we adjust it. Now, the reason why we do this is also to make sure that it holds all the yarns together in place. Yeah, not slanted one side. Okay, so now it's in the middle. Then we can come back down. Go back into the same hole as just now. Okay. Now you can stop here if you want, but if you want to make it more standard, okay, because now the rest of the sides only have 1 strand of yarn, but here you have 2 strands. Okay, so what you need to do is you just check your bottom, because the bottom part also some place has yarn, some place don't have yarn. Okay, now what you can do is here the bottom part you don't have to worry, because we can cover it with a second layer. Okay, then you won't have this problem. Otherwise, if let's say you want to make it like this, okay, then we just have to make sure that we cover all the 5 angles, okay, to become a pentagon. Okay, so what we do is, so let's see, now my yarn is here, and from here to here it's empty. So what I do is I am going to pull my yarn over here so that I can go in here from the bottom to come up. Okay, so I will show you. So go back to the same hole, because since you already have the hole, so it's easier for you. Make sure that it doesn't tangle up. Okay, then after that, from here, what you need to do is you put it over, cross it. If can, go through the needle, go through the yarn from the bottom. Okay, at the interjunction there, and then after that, go to the next one, and then hook it to the bottom. Okay. All right. So now I have another 2 more sides that is not covered. So I am going to go to this side. Okay. Okay, so this part, if you have challenge doing it, let us know so that we can repeat it. Otherwise, then you can complete this on your own very quickly. Okay. Okay, last one. Okay, so we are done. All right. So it doesn't matter where your yarn will end, either at the bottom or at the top. At the end of the day, what we do is we just tie knots. Okay, how do we tie knots? We make a loop. Okay, we loop through any of the yarns. Okay, and then after that, when there is a loop here, okay, we just put our needle through the loop and then pull it up. Okay, you can do it 1 time or 2 times. It doesn't matter. So what you do is you just go under all the yarn, okay, in the interjunction there, pull out so that you make a loop, okay, and then after that you pull. Same thing if let's say you're at the bottom here, what you can do is you just find any of the yarn, okay, do the same. All right, then we can cut it off. Okay, so once we cut it off, you can start to decorate. Now I know some of you did not paint it like me. I don't paint it. I mean on the shell. So now you can, if let's say you have bling bling stickers, I know kids, right? They like bling bling stickers. So now what you can do is you can decorate the body. Not too much because we don't want to overdo it. At the end of the day, like I mentioned earlier on, we need to be able to see what is inside. So you can just put a few, okay, so that it makes it look nicer. Okay, we are going to take only one. So let's take pink. This one is a round one. I am going to stick it only here so that, you know, the interjunction, so that I don't see so much of the yarns over there. So I'm just going to stick it like this, and then it's done. Now next step, if you want to make it into a coin bank, what you do is at the back here or at the side, okay, the bottom two, very near to your tail, because usually what we do is we will cut the hole. So how do you cut the hole? You use a knife, okay, so slowly cut a hole big enough so that your coins can go through, but not too big because otherwise then the coin will come out. Okay, so we just cut it. Okay, then after that you can use, once you have the hole here, then you can trim off to make a slot. Yeah, this is how we actually make coin bank using plastic bottles. Okay, if let's say you have a soldering machine, you can also use it. Otherwise, then you can just cut a hole like this. I'm not sure whether you can see the hole or not. Okay, so there is a hole here. Next, you can draw your eyes and your mouth. Okay, if let's say you want to put googly eyes, you can put it on. You can stick on your googly eyes. Otherwise, then you can just use a marker, black if possible, so that it looks more prominent. Or if let's say you have a darker shade of paint as your body, then you can use white color marker. Okay, so if you don't have marker, you can always use any color pen or magic pen, magic color. Okay, so what we do is we draw. It's easier to draw on, cardboard. Yeah, So it depends on how you want to draw. It can be as simple as this. Okay, a smiley face. Now for girls, maybe you want to add some eyelash. If let's say this is a girl tortoise or girl turtle, then you want to add some eyelash. Alright. Then after that, if let's say you want the eyes to be big round eyes, then you can just draw circle. Okay, big circle and then a smaller circle inside, right? Then you color the side. Okay, so the eyes and the mouth is up to you how you want to draw it. So it can be something like the fish here, where you have different layers. Okay, so you can have the black eye and then white pupil. It can be done. All right. Okay, so now your turtle is done. Now, if let's say for those of you who want to use it as a storage chest for your accessories or stationery, small stationeries like paper clips and all that. So like I mentioned, you should use felt, or if let's say you have foam at home, then you can use foam. What you do is you cut across, okay, make an X, yeah, make an X at the bottom, not too big, big enough for your two fingers to go in, so that you can put in and take up. All right, so you don't have to cut off everything. Now for those of you who make this into a coin bank, if it is full, we don't throw away, of course. After you take out the money, you don't throw away the thing. You can in fact reuse it many times. What you need to do is replace the yarn. Okay, so cut off the yarn, okay, remove all the money or coins, and then put on new yarn, and you can use it again. Okay, so if it is for decoration, it is good enough. You can even do it as a night light. What you do is, if let's say you have cardboard, right? You cut a hole big enough to slot in your LED light, okay, battery operated LED light, with your power on off power switch outside. The light is inside, then you can on off. Okay, then this one can be a night light for yourself or your kids. Okay, if let's say for those of you who has younger kids, for example, you can use this as a replacement for your rubber ducky when you have bath time. Okay, what you do is you replace this one with either a sponge big enough for your base, or you use foam if you have foam at home. Okay, now what kind of foam? Those foam that you can use to make craft. If you have, use that. If not, don't. You can use sponge, those normal sponge that you use to wash dishes. If you have the big one, it's good. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure most of you will have this foam floor mat, which you are no longer using. That one can be done as well. Okay, you can use it as well. So this one is a good replacement as well for young kids to play during bath time, because rubber ducky ultimately is plastic. Yeah, so we try to use other more sustainable way rather than buy a new one. Yeah, okay, so I hope that you have enjoyed the session so far. We have done. Feel free to share with me your final products. You can post it on your Facebook and tag us, Craftspace MY. Okay, alternatively, you can just send your photos to us. Now last week, or in fact the many weeks that we have done the FB Live, I have been receiving a lot of your photos. Yeah, and I'm glad to say that, you know, you are enjoying the session, because when I receive all those photos, I know you have been really doing the craft and you enjoy the session. Especially last week, because we did the self-watering planter. A lot of you has already feedback and say that, you know, your planter is working. Your plants has actually sprouted. So good job for many of you who has joined us last week, and your plants has already sprouted. Now don't worry if it doesn't. So like I mentioned, any hobby that you pick up, it will take time, a lot of patience, a lot of experimenting. So don't worry if the first round it doesn't work. So all you need to do is you try it again and again and again. All right? Okay, so what is going to happen next is the happiest time of the session, right? So it's the lucky draw time. Okay, now this week, like I mentioned, we have a lot of registered participants. So that is why the box is quite full, right? Now, please remember, for those of you, especially the first time joining us, now this is how it is going to work. We are going to draw the names from this box, yeah? And when we call your name, I call your name, for example, I will call your kid's name first and then the parent's name. Now, when you hear your kid's name being called, type into the comment section and say that you are here, all right? For example, if I call Joey, all right, then you have to type in, when you hear Joey, then you have to type in Joey is here. Okay, you don't say I am here because I won't know who are you, okay? Because most of you, when you join, you are using your parents' Facebook account, all right? So I don't expect you to have your own account yet. You're not 13. Unless you're 13, then you can have your Facebook account, right? So for those of you who uses your parents' Facebook account, make sure when you hear your name being called, ask your daddy or mommy to type into the comment section and say that so and so is here. Good. Okay, so let's do this. 6 match bags means 6 lucky draw winners. Let's see who is the first lucky winner. All right. Luz Mikhail. Parent Fatin Atira Hasli. Okay, kid's name Luz Mikhail. Parent Fatin Atira Hasli. Now when I call your name, if there is no response, we will forfeit, yeah? So once we forfeit it, we are going to draw another name to replace it, okay? So don't worry, it will be 6 winners. If there's no takers, then we will draw until we get 6 winners, okay? So first lucky winner, Luz Mikhail, parent Fatin Atira Hasli. If you are here, please type in to the comment section and say Luz is here, okay? So this is the first name. We will come back later. Next one, Nura Mira Akila. Parent Nuraisha Chua Abdullah. Nura Mira Akila. Parent Nuraisha Chua Abdullah. Okay. So Nura Mira Akila. Parent Nuraisha Chua Abdullah. Okay. So this is the second winner. The first winner is a little bit small, so that's the reason why I don't want to show it. But yeah, moderator say must show. So I will show Luz Mikhail, parent Fatin Atira Hasli. Nura Mira is here. Okay, congratulations. So we put one side so that we don't mix up. Okay, let's draw the third name. Leong Zo Hao. Parent Wa Lilian. Okay, Leong Zo Hao. Parent Wa Lilian. Okay, if you are here, please type into the comment section. Okay, Leong Zo Hao. Parent Wa Lilian. Anyone? Okay, so let's draw the fourth name. Chloe Chan Kang Yi. Parent Yip Pei Pei. Chloe Chan, parent Yip Pei Pei. So Chloe, if you are here, please ask your mommy Pei Pei to type in and say that Chloe Chan is here. Okay, Leong Zo Hua is Hao. Leong Zo Hao is here. Okay, congratulations. So we have 2 out of 4 that is here. Okay, so next, let's give it a good shake and then pick one. Chi and Zhou, parent Go Pei Chin. Okay, Chi and Joe. Parent Go Pei Chin. Okay, so if you are here, please type into the comment section. Okay, kid name is Chi and Joe. Parent name is Go Pei Chin. Go Pei Chin. Okay, so the last name that we are going to draw, Sophie. Parent Wendy Song. Sophie, parent Wendy Song. Okay, Sophie, if you are here, can you please ask your mommy Wendy to type into the comment section and say that Sophie is here? Okay, so we have 2 out of 6. Yeah, so we are going to repeat one more time so that you don't miss out. So first name that we call is Luz Mikael, parent Fatin Atira Hasli. So if you are here, please type in your name at the comment section now. Okay, otherwise then we are going to forfeit this and we are going to draw another one. So going once, twice. Okay, so Luz Mikael, parent Fatin Atira Hasli. So this is the first name. Okay, second name Chloe Chan Kang Yi, parent Sophie is here. Okay, congratulations Sophie. So 3 are here, 3 more. Okay, Chloe Chan Kang Yi, parent Yip Pei Pei. Pei Pei, if you are here, please type in and say that Chloe Chan is here. If not, then we are going to forfeit it and then draw another one. All right, last name is Chi and Joe, parent Go Pei Chin. Chi and Joe, parent Go Pei Chin. Okay, so Chi and Joe, if you are here, please type in to the comment section. Any? No? Should we draw another one? Yeah? So let's draw one. Elena N, parent Esther. Elena N, parent Esther. So Elena N, if you are here, please ask Mommy Esther to type into the comment section. Okay, Elena N. Okay, so we put away these 3 unclaimed ones. Esther. Okay, Esther is here. Good. Okay, 2 more names. All right. Jaden Lee, parent Jamie. Okay, Jaden Lee, without the Y. Okay, Jaden Lee, parent Jamie. So if you are here, please type into the comment section and say that you are here. Okay, so last name that we are going to draw. Oh, Ethan Tan, parent Cherry Farm. Ethan, you are one lucky winner. Yeah, you have been winning our lucky draw, which means you have been watching our Facebook Live every week. So you deserve it. Okay, Ethan Tan, Cherry Farm, Mommy Cherry, can you please type in if let's say you are here? No? Sure? Okay, Ethan Tan is here. Okay, so Jaden Lee, Mommy Jamie, are you here? Jaden Lee, Mommy Jamie, can't see. Okay, so if you are here, please type in. Otherwise, we will draw one more name. Okay, calling once. Jaden Lee. No? Okay, so admin say no, so we are drawing another one. Okay, let's see. Heidi Pang. Heidi Pang, Mommy Chua Bigate. Heidi Pang, Mommy Chua Bigate. Okay, Heidi, if you are here, please type into the comment section. All right. So are you here, Heidi? Heidi Pang. So if you are here, please type in to the comment section. Mommy Chua Bigate. Okay. So we shall wait to see. We will give it a 30 seconds. Yeah. Otherwise, then we will draw another name to replace Heidi. Let's see whether our admin has any feedback. Heidi Pang? Okay, Heidi is here. Congratulations, Heidi. So we have 2, 4, 6 names. Okay, congratulations to Heidi, Ethan, Sophie, Nura Mira, Zhuo Hao, and Elena. All right, so all of you will get a mesh bag sponsored by Village Grocer. We are going to send it out to you right after the MCO. All right, because the item is actually at the store, and now since we can't travel, so we are not able to pick it up. So once the MCO is over, we are going to send it out to you. So we will be in touch with you to find out about your address and also your how do we meet up. All right. Okay. So this is the end of the session. Once again, we thank Village Grocer for being a sponsor and a collaborator for this week's workshop. For those of you who wants to find out more information about Village Grocer, you can like their Facebook page. Yeah, just type in Village Grocer. Then you will find all the details, their page. Okay. If you have not, in fact, you have not been to Village Grocer, please go and check it out, because as much as we thought that it is more expensive compared to Giant, for example, or Lotus, or even Aeon Big, but no, yeah, their price are as competitive as the rest of the retailer. Okay, and the best of all, they are going towards plastic-free packaging. Yeah, so if let's say you are also into plastic-free, make sure you have to go and visit and see how they actually practice it. Yeah, that is what I want to tell you, because I am very excited when I walk into any Village Grocer, because you can see so many different things, especially when it comes to packaging at the fresh produce area especially. All right, now next week we have more workshops, of course. Please make sure that you like our Facebook page, Craft Space MY, so that you can get the information. Of course, every week when we do a Facebook Live, there is always a lucky draw. So if you pre-register with us, then you are entitled for the lucky draw. Otherwise, then you will not be eligible for it. All right. This month, since this is the first week of the month, what is going to happen this month? We have a lot of exciting festivals. Yeah. So next week we have Chinese Dragon Boat Festival. Okay. So where we will eat dumpling. Okay. So it's going to be exciting. And then after that, we have Father's Day. And then after that, like I mentioned earlier at the very beginning of the session, this month is very environmental friendly. We start with World Environmental Day, and then on the 8th, it is World Oceans Day. And then on the 22nd of June, it is World Rainforest Day, where we will create awareness on how to keep our rainforest as or preserve it. Okay, even because rainforest, as you aware, is our natural resources. Once we have lost it, then no more. Okay, so that is the reason of all this World Environmental Day or World Ocean Day. That is to remind us that we need to take care of our Mother Earth. Okay, so look forward to all the exciting workshops. And oh yeah, before I forget, we are going to do a competition. Yeah, this month in conjunction with Father's Day, which is going to fall on the third Sunday of this month. If I remember it correctly, it should be on the 20th of June. Okay, so we are going to do a competition, because I realized that as much as we shout a lot about Mother's Day, you get gifts for your mothers everywhere in the market. Yeah, they will have gifts, Mother's Day gift, but very seldom they will shout about Happy Father's Day. So we want to reward back the fathers. Okay, so we are going to do a competition. Now the details, we will post it up on our Facebook page. So please make sure you like our page so that you can get the information as soon as we publish it up. Okay, you will have time to prepare for the competition. Don't worry, because we will only announce the winner on the 19th of June. Okay, you definitely will have time to prepare for it. Now, just to give you a little bit of snippet, it is going to be something that you do for your father using only recyclable materials. Okay, so the details wise, I will leave it out. We are going to post the details next week, so please make sure you check your Facebook. All right. Also, it is only open to those who are our followers. Yeah. So if you are not a follower yet, please make sure you follow us. This is a way for us to give back or to reward back our followers for being our followers. Okay. So please make sure you sign up for the competition. All right. To show some appreciation and gratitude towards our daddy. All right. Okay, so before we end, I hope you have enjoyed the session and you are looking forward to our coming sessions. All right, so my name is Joey. I am from Craft Space. I'm a craft instructor from Craft Space. Until we meet again next week, right? Bye bye, and enjoy the remaining of your school holiday. Do something productive and please share with us your masterpiece. All right, bye.